Good morning. It is a beautiful day. Green has always been my favorite color, and why green? I don't know. It was when I was a kid. I loved green, but now I'm beginning to understand. Maybe I know now why green is my favorite color. Hey guys, good to see you again, or at least be talking to a camera in which you are listening to again. Today's a good day. That was a scary time, and literally, I mean, it was a scary time in the sense that the fear greed index went lower than it has since March of 2020. It went even lower than what I thought it would go to. It got to something like a score of 33, which I've said before, I'll say it again. In bull runs, in this bull run, the lowest the fear greed index has gotten to was a score of 40. And so for it to get to 33, it was like if there was ever a time to buy, it's when you see a fear greed index at 33 in the middle of a bull run, okay? So we had this massive drop yesterday down to $47,000. And I honestly, I would have been shocked. I would have been absolutely shocked if for some reason we got below 47,000. Because I didn't get to talk about this. I didn't make any videos over the weekend, but there was a huge buy wall at $47,000. So the idea that we would have dropped below this massive buy wall, I wasn't buying it. And I know I got some messages from people who are concerned about, what's going to happen? Is Bitcoin going to $40,000? It's like, no. And the thing that drove me crazy, this is the thing again with technical analysis. Don't pay attention to people who do technical analysis. Those same people will also do metrics, and they'll share this huge buy wall at $47,000. I'm okay with that. But the technical analysis, not so much. And so what happened? People snatched up this dip, and this was surprising to me. The people buying that dip was not surprising to me, but we were struggling with $51,000 all weekend, and it was pretty annoying. It would go down to like 49, 49 flat, 49,000. And then shoot up to 51,000, and we'd think like, oh yeah, now's the time. Now's it's gonna go above 51,000. But then it didn't. It would go back down. It would just keep going back down. Go up to 51,000, go back down. So when people bought this dip at 41,000, I was like, okay, we'll see once we get to 51,000, can we break that resistance? And we had about an hour of wrestling through that 51,000 barrier, but then we shot through it. And then we had a little bit of wrestling at 52, shot through that, wrestling at 53, shot through that. And so is it over? Is this over? Is this dip, this correction, whatever you want to call it, over? My honest opinion is, in a sense, yes. Now, how would you define the dip being over? Do we need to reach new all-time highs? I would say no. I'm just saying that we're going to get back to a level that we were before that hash rate flash crash. If you know, back a little over a week ago, when we dropped to $51,000 in an hour, very instantly, and then bounced back up to $57,000, that really spooked a lot of people. And so I think upper 50s for now, for the rest of April, is fine. That's only 4 more days. After that, some options expire, and some other things will happen that I do believe will push the price up in May, and we'll reach all-time highs in May. But I don't think we're going back down to $47,000. If we do, again, for some reason, the support at $47,000 is huge. So be patient. We are going much higher this year. I have zero doubt in my mind, honestly. Zero doubt. I was tempted to even offer, like, I'll give away an Ethereum if we have reached the Bitcoin all-time high, but I'm not going to do that. So alts are going to perform well over this week. Now that everything follows Bitcoin, alts are going to perform well. I think now's, like always, now's a good time to get in. And so we'll see about that. But a couple other things that I want to draw your attention to. I'm going to go live very shortly after making this video, live on TikTok and YouTube, and now on Twitch. Check out my World War Bitcoin Twitch channel. But Glassnode.com, I am in love with this website. But the thing about Glassnode.com that I totally understand, but it's kind of a bummer. They have 3 levels of data. Level 1 data is free to access. Anyone can go on their website and access this treasure trove of data. Level 2 data costs $30 a month. And then there's level 3 data, which costs $800 a month. One day, I will be paying $800 a month to access this data. As of right now, I have no intention of paying $800 a month. I can't justify it. I'm sorry. One day you will find that value on my channel. But for the meantime, I would recommend that you follow this young man, 19 years old, William Clemente III. Why should you follow William Clemente III? Because he has access to level 3 data. And I love it. All of my favorite, of course, Glassnode, all of my favorite metrics are level 3 on Glassnode.com. And he posts all of that. And my biggest one, the thing that I'm dying to see, I research everywhere ways that I can find this information for free, is Bitcoin's change in illiquid supply. What I want to see, what we are seeing right now, is an increase of Bitcoin becoming illiquid. And you can see that on this chart that he posts here, that what we're seeing, once it loads, is up until, this is starting in 2016, but up from the beginning, up until a certain point in January of 2020, the amount of supply that was becoming illiquid was increasing. But at that point, there was an inflection point in the trend decreased, and I expect that this is going to continue to decrease over time until literally the day you will not be able to go on an exchange and buy Bitcoin. And the same is happening for Ethereum too. And so that's a big reason why you want to be holding all of that. And so this is a big thing that's showing me the difference between 2017, the end of 2017 when Bitcoin topped out at $20,000, and now, is that there was a lot of Bitcoin becoming illiquid, and now, there was a lot of Bitcoin becoming liquid, which means people were about to sell, but now there's a lot of Bitcoin becoming illiquid. But he posts lots of amazing data on this on his Twitter account. Shorts got just destroyed yesterday. I'm so happy to see that. No remorse at all. They lost a total of $90 million in a 2-hour span yesterday. Fantastic. This talks about that support that I was talking about at 47,000. He posted a chart here. And so, this guy, for better or worse, all he's doing is posting level 3 data, and I am so thankful for it. And people love his account. People are following him in mass, and it's all because he has access to that level 3 data he's posting. I think it's kind of funny. It's not like this guy's a brilliant person who's posting these amazing insights. It's just he's sharing level 3 data, which I'm totally fine with. So check out William Clemente III if you want to see the same things that I'm really paying strong attention to. Not much else to say. I got really annoyed over the weekend. Guys, technical analysis is not worth it. I'm telling you, technical analysis is not worth it. Because everyone does, they draw their own lines, they draw these scenarios. Let me tell you my experience with technical analysis throughout this bull run. There are some people who, they're smart, they know what they're doing, but they access these channels of knowledge that just you don't really even need to pay attention to. So when Bitcoin was about to break through the $20,000 barrier, there were people on channels saying that, there's a potential for Bitcoin to correct down to $13,000. You can see it on this, I'm going to draw these lines, going to show you these charts. We got a little too hot on blah, 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 blah. And it was nonsense. We broke through $20,000 and we're never looking back to $20,000. We will never, ever, ever see a $20,000 Bitcoin again. And here these people are, as we're about to break through $20,000, saying that we're going to go as low as $13,000. No. And then Bitcoin got up to $42,000 in January, corrected down to $28,000, and people were insisting that we had to reach the 2021 EMA, which was at $20,000. And again, I was like, no. And you're telling your followers that they should wait to buy Bitcoin at the $20,000 mark, and I called them out on this. And I said, no, they're going to miss out an amazing buying. Here's Bitcoin at $28,000 after having gone up to $42,000. You're telling them to wait to $20,000 because of your stupid technical analysis. And they're going to miss out on the best buying opportunity possible right now, which is exactly what happened. They missed out, and they probably FOMO'd in at a much higher price, all while they were waiting for Bitcoin to go down to $20,000. And so now I'm seeing the same exact thing play out. People are saying that we have to go down to $43,000. We have to go down to $40,000. I've even seen some people say we have to go down to $35,000 in this moment, within a few days, a few weeks. And it's like, no. You know, the RSI overrules that. The Fear Greed Index overrules that. You see RSI at the oversold position that it was in. When I was saying RSI is oversold, fear greed is lower than it's ever been. Don't pay attention to these people. We're nowhere near the end of the bull run. If they were right, we would be at the end of the bull run. And then at that time they'd be saying, okay, now time for Bitcoin to go up to $100,000, etc. So they were really itching the ears of these people, the Bitcoin bears, and I'm just so tired of it. It's like, listen, I've seen this over and over again. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Back when March of last year, April of last year, it was really scary because of all the coronavirus shutdown. We didn't really understand the virus. Like, are we all going to die? Things like that. And people, I love the NBA. It's one of my 3 favorite sports league, along with the Premier League, the NFL. And so I was on these message boards basically saying, we're going to see the NBA is going to finish this season. The NBA is not canceling their season. And people were they were calling me they're calling me an a-hole. They were saying that I had no remorse, or not remorse, but no compassion. They're calling me all these things because it's cool to be a negative discerner, but to say anything positive about giving a rosy outlook, you're looked at as a prick, or as a clown, as an optimist, as this person who has his head in the clouds. I was told that I had my head in the clouds. And all I was doing is I was basing it all off of the almighty dollar. The amount of money that the NBA stood to lose from not finishing their season, there was no way they were going to do that. But no, I have my head in the clouds. I'm too much of an optimist. I need some realism. Pessimists think they're realists, when really they're just as close to realism as optimists are. They're just on the other side of the spectrum. And so during corrections, you're going to see all these people come out of the woodwork trying to sound wise and discerning, saying that we must go down to $35,000 for Bitcoin. And if the price of Bitcoin shoots up, oh well, everyone's happy. I was just being a little bit more measured than you. But if the price of Bitcoin, if I'm here saying, no, we're not going down to $35,000, and then it goes to $35,000, I'm a clown. And that's the thing that really ticked me off and made me make this post here. It's like, this is why you follow me. I have no interest in playing it safe with my credibility. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to look at metrics, and I'm not going, when it gets too hot, you will hear me saying, guys, it's too hot. Right now, or at least yesterday, when it got to $47,000, it was ice cold. Okay? So just ride this, be patient. Let's ride this wave. It's going to be amazing. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. I can't wait for this bull run to be over because, it is a little stressful. I'm not going to lie. I lose sleep at night sometimes, not because of my own portfolio, but because a lot of people have listened to me and bought Bitcoin, and I don't want you to lose. I bought Bitcoin at 4 digits. I'll be just fine, but I know some of you bought much higher than that. And so I don't want you to lose out. And so anyway, I'm talking too much. I'm rambling. Check me out. I'm going to be live here. I go live on TikTok twice a day for about 2 hours. Actually, today it's just going to be once in the morning. So I'll go live on TikTok today once. And then I'll be live twice a day throughout the rest of the week, on TikTok at least. On YouTube, it'll probably be once a day. So like, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And let's ride. Peace.